Hi good people, it's Amy from Savor Salvage Scent. I hope you're doing great. Today's video was inspired by a friend, Miss Alexandra, or Alex. One of the wonderful things about this channel is I've made some tremendous friends and some across the world. And I was talking with my friend the other day and they suggest that I explore scents that haunt us, you know. So I think had suggested mostly historical scents, but the more I got to thinking about this, I seem to choose a lot of scents that I feel like have this vibe, and they're from, you know, as old as over 100 years old to a few very recent ones. So I have 15 scents to share with you today that I think are suitable for haunting. Why would I use that word? Everything from I find some of these scents to unlock memories that have to do with things that might be in the far past or that feel spooky. Some of them, they have a very addicting quality. You have this narcotic feeling about them that you just want to follow it around and it almost seems to have a hold over you. Some of these I find to be incredibly seductive. So there's quite an array here, 15. And I have things that are, gosh, dirt cheap to more investment in, you know, niche scents. So off we go. Boo. This is a decant of Alkemia's Old Books and Fresh Flowers. This was sent by a friend. I'm not sure if she would want me to say her name, so you know who you are, and thank you very much. I've had this for a few years, and I wear it once or twice a year. I adore it, and I should just buy a bottle. I find this to be just so, so special. It mostly smells to me like, I'm a huge lover of orange flower. This smells like orange flower, heliotrope. So it's got that beautiful floral orange flower. Heliotrope though, to me has more of a powdery, almost gourmand feel, but you definitely get the old books too, but somehow it's not musty. It smells like old pages, but I don't get, you know, old pages that have sat in an attic or a basement. I really get like an old book feel with these flowers that I love. So I have some on a test strip here. Anyways, it definitely has a vintage smell. I just love it. So Alkemia's Old Books and Fresh Flowers, I think is perfect if you wanna feel haunted or wear something haunting. Next, Tabu. I think this was released in, 1932. Those of you who collect and obsess over perfume probably know that, you know, this has been worn by many famous people. I want to say I read that Josephine Baker wore it. I'm not sure if that's true, but I can see that. Like, I can see it also being popular during the flapper era. And what do I get from this? I get spicy amber, definitely that cola-y, ambery smell, but definitely has a smokiness, almost like incense, but, to be honest, this is one of the most animalic things I own. So not only do I get like a furry quality, but I get, gosh, should I even say the word? Nether region. That's what I get. Tabu. So this just feels old, very cool. Honestly, I think this is one of those where you have to be in the right mood. It could wear you instead of you wearing it, but I think it's great when you're ready. And I definitely can see why this was popular during the days of people smoking in bars. I mean, totally makes sense to me. So Tabu. Next is a perfume that I have wanted to smell for years that a friend, Alessandra, thank you so much, just recently sent to me with the most incredible package of decants that I'm having my time working through. It is so much fun. This is Night Flyer. So I heard about this. This is by Olympic Orchids. I read about this for years. I want to say there are two companies that claim the scent, or maybe it's a company that became another company. Anyway, I read about this for years because I love banana and I love scents with banana. And for years until recently, that was a very rare thing. And so I believe the concept is supposed to be, what would a bat digest, smell, encounter while flying? So part of the reason this feels haunting to me is it's kind of a juxtaposition, I guess, for me. When I say terrified of bats, terrified. I've tried everything. My dad farmed somewhat when I was growing up. We had bat houses even. I even have tried exposure therapy, no joke. I worked at a zoo for a while. That's a story. I know they're good creatures, doesn't matter. I've had one stuck in my hair more than once. I've had one stuck to my clothing. I've lived in old houses my whole life. So anyways, I've had many encounters with bats. I'm terrified by them. But I'm so enchanted by this because it smells tropical. I need to wear this on my skin again. I have it today because I have so much perfume on me already. I get woody, like being in the woods, woody. I get a little bit of a smokiness. I don't know if it's vetiver. There's something like grassy smoky in that kind of way. But I also get fruit, and I get a hint of banana, but I get fig and like ripe, almost rotting fruits as much as the banana. And somehow, all those things on paper perhaps do not sound fantastic. Man, do I love this. Can't wait to buy a bottle. Can't wait to wear it all the time. It is so cool. It's like, if you ever had your favorite fruit, I think about things like a peach right as it's starting to go off. Like the minute before you're eating it over the sink, it's so fleshy and perfumey even. Tomorrow it's rotten. That is this in the woods. Flying bat, amazing. So night flyer, totally haunting. Next, so I tried to choose, I have 15 scents here, by the way. I tried to choose only one scent from each house. I had to choose two from Serge Lutens. I'm not kidding, if I own 15 from that house, probably 12 qualify as haunting. Not kidding. Like if there's a house that does haunting well, or haunted, or you will haunt others. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is a decant that I am just lovingly wearing a couple times a year from my friend Lynn, and I need to buy a bottle of this eventually, and I might even sell another one to buy this. This is Myrrhe. Actually, if it's said in French, it's probably more like Myrrhe, like almost like our mirror. Myrrhe. Why is this haunting to me? God, it's hard to describe. I mean, you get myrrhe, but myrrhe to me tends to remind me of like head shops, incense, whatever. There's something that's so exquisite and refined about this. It definitely has a little bit of an animalic nature. It's got some fruit in it. It's definitely got some orange in it. I want to say, what else am I getting? There's some honey. Why is it haunting? It's sweet in an addictive way. Like I would follow somebody around with this on. This is one that you put on, and I did this in the Lutens shop in Paris. I put this on and I wanted to follow myself around. I could not stop sniffing my arm. It is exquisite. And it's not just sweet and addictive. It's got this little crack of the whip. It's like, it's mysterious. It is, I would smell this in a room and go, which ghost do I have to follow? Or who's the person that I will be infatuated with that I have to follow around with this on? Myrrhe by Lutens and Sheldrake. And another that I think fits the bill beautifully is, I guess you would say, Baptême de feu. Baptism by fire, indeed. But this isn't just, there's quite a few scents by this house that I think are really beautiful, incensey, patchouli, smoky scents. It's got that. but it's gingerbread and that. It's got a breadiness. There's a few from this house that has a bready nature. Jus de Peau is one. This is like, imagine gingerbread, but you're in a really old manor and you're making that gingerbread, or it's being made for you because you're really fancy. And there's, you know, there might be some fur hanging in the corner that was just trapped. Sorry, y'all. And there's a smokiness from the hearth. This feels like an ancient tale. It is just so cool, so gorgeous. Boy, it has a lot of personality. Baptême de Feu. Next, a more modern scent, Francesca Bianchi's Angel's Dust. This house. I mean, if these scents don't have personality, this lineup is wacko. And it shows me that I am too, because guess what? I love these with a passion. Like, it was hard for me to narrow this down to 15 cents. But this is a modern perfumer that makes things that have as much personality as some of these scents from the 1920s and 30s. You love or hate this house, is my experience. And I'll tell you what, this is like, all of her scents to me are like a warm, animalic, gorgeous, honeyed hug. This is, you get a muskiness, you get honey, and you get powder. And to me, it's kind of like the inside of a handbag and dripping honey. And it's like sex on a platter without the conjugal smells. I don't know. That's what I get. It's addictive as can be. It is, you know, I think it's interesting that it's called the name of a drug as well. I don't know. Maybe that's just, it is gorgeous, powdery, addictive, gorgeous, yeah, haunting. Angel's Dust by Francesca Bianchi. Next, another oldie. A lot of these have incensey qualities, I'm realizing. This is probably my third bottle of Ciara. This is dirt cheap. You can find this for around $10, which is crazy. What does this smell like to me? First, it smells like one of my best friend's mom because she wears it as a signature scent. This is so gorgeous. Oh my God, this rivals $300 niche perfumes in my opinion. Okay, but why is it haunting, Amy? It is, I wrote down, okay, who says why we like what we like? These things on paper sound horrible, but together this works for me. It smells like soap, incense, basement, and fur. That's what I get. It smells old. It smells like antiquing, but not funky in a musty, terrible, like armpity way. It's more in a furry, incensey, cedar chest, maybe there's a little bit of tobacco kind of way. It is so cool. Ciara. Very suitable for haunting. Here's a new one that I think qualifies for this. I was really surprised when I got this. This is one of the new dupe scents from a Arabic house. This is by, I believe, by Khadlaj, and this is called Fursan White. Make sure it's the white one. This, I believe, is supposed to be a dupe of, I think it's supposed to be a dupe of vanilla powder. I'm not positive. Anyways, it was a scent that I was intrigued by, and then when I saw that this was a dupe and it was, I don't know, a tenth of the price or something, I was like, sure, I'll try it. This is one that, it's interesting when you first spray it, or when I first spray it. It's faint, and then you catch whiffs over and over again. And it's got this, so what is it? This is one of the most gorgeous vanilla scents I've ever smelled. It is a grown-up vanilla. It is a all genders or genderless vanilla in my mind. It is a powdery vanilla without it being Johnson's baby powder or powdered sugar. It is powdery, has a little bit of spice, vanillic, and there's something about that powdery nature that just, it unlocks this weird, I don't know, memory for me. It feels ancient, even though it's modern, but yet it feels super wearable. I don't know. Every time I've worn it, I've thought there's something so cool and old school about this, yet it's also super modern. Don't ask me why, but that's what I get. So this is Fursan White by Khadlaj, and it's just so gorgeous, it's addictive. It is so beautiful. Okay, next, it's a really old scent. I wanna say this is 1931. This is Lanvin Scandal, and I have this on a test strip today. Where is it, girl? Okay. This is so interesting. I have a few really old scents by Lanvin. This is so old, this actual bottle. I don't know if you can see it. It has a 4-digit zip code. This is ancient. This is one of the best buys I ever found in an antique store. She didn't know what she had. She was like, how about, it was that and another bottle. She charged me $10 for both of them. Oh my gosh. This, beyond the fact that I think I'm led by this cool old bottle and its name, it does smell scandalous, especially in today's standards. You know, when gourmands are the craze and things are kind of, you know, smell like candy, this is the exact opposite. Now, I am all for wearing whatever you want to wear, no matter where you are in the gender spectrum. Who cares? If you're a man and you want to wear pink, if you are a woman and you want to wear leather and tweed, who cares? Wear what you like. Wear what makes you feel good. These things really don't have genders. However, I think compared to things that are marketed today, this feels very masculine. And why? To me, it has both, it's very strong in leather and clary sage. It's got this like, clary sage I think of as being almost medicinal. So to me, this smells like the inside of an archaic men's dop kit. It smells like a toiletry kit, and maybe there's even a little bit of liquor in here. It's got some oak moss and some other things that, you know, make it smell like, frankly, things of that time. It's got some qualities like other scents you've smelled from that time, but the clary sage and the leather really, really stand out. And so to me, this is a very masculine haunting. And you might, the haunting, the ghost might come out of an old toiletry kit or an old bar kit, some kind of traveling something. Next, I had to choose one from Guerlain. I could have chosen 10. I chose Bleue. This is a moody bee. She's named perfectly, both because of the blue hour. So, you know, that time between when the sun's going down and when it's actually completely set, that glistening blue, hazy time. So that's a moody feel. But this was also, I always think you gotta remember like when this was made. This was made right at the end of Belle Epoque and right before World War I. So think of how moody that time was. Think of what's happening, what's building. The bad, frankly, things to come. I really think this is a loss of innocence scent. Excuse my television in the background that I can't reach at the moment, that just decided to come on now. Don't know why. Okay, so Bleue. Now, what smells of the blue hour? It is mostly florals I get from this, and all kinds of florals, but the carnation really stands out for me. I'm a carnation lover, but you also get powder and vanilla. And this to me is, if the last scent I felt was masculine, this is a very feminine haunting handbag. This is a beautiful old handbag that you've opened, and now you're coexisting with something that's gorgeous but has a personality in your home. Bleue by Guerlain. Next, this one's kind of simpler for me. This is Dyptique's Tam Dao. This bottle has been broken for years. I still smell it, and I can get a little bit out on my wrist when I'm in the mood. What do I get from this? Why is it haunting? This smells to me exactly like incense in an old chapel and or a cedar chest. So it just smells like old things that I love. It's the best of its kind. I can't think of a better woody, ambery, incensey scent. This is, to me, the best. And it's just so good that I will never be without this. I will always crave it. And I need to buy a new bottle because the sprayer is broken. Anyways, Tam Dao, totally haunting. Has a vintage feel for sure. 3 more friends. Okay, Bottega Veneta's perfume. Okay, this has an addictive quality for sure for me. It is mostly leather. I mean, I think they're playing on, you know, the name, they make handbags, the company. And I get, not just leather, I get like a suede, soft, gentle hug. This haunting is luxury. But, and this is not a note. I get plum in this, and I don't know why. I don't know what's causing it, but I get a men's coat. I get a suede men's coat or the inside of a handbag, and maybe there's some tobacco too, but it's got some sweetness. It is, again, this is a scent that I would follow somebody around wearing it. It is so beautiful. So Bottega Veneta's perfume. Of course, I have to have a Solstice scents perfume in here. There were 10 I could have chosen, but Conjure just felt right. Conjure is one of the best vanilla incense scents I've ever smelled. It's so good. Ambery without smelling too old-fashioned, although I love that too sometimes. It's ambery, like almost a cookie, but there's incense too, but it's not super smoky. You're just smelling the incense. It was just made, and vanilla. And this picture, I think, is it. It's like a genie's bottle. It's so gorgeous. You would do anything for it. Maybe you'll get your wish, and maybe you'll just forever, ever covet it. Conjure by Solstice Scents. Last but not least, perfumes with a haunting quality. This is, I think, kind of out of the box and special. This is a Goutal's Nuit, Étoilée. So I think Starry Night. I often wear this during the holiday season, and what I love about it is a lot of us love to wear things that smell like baked goods or things like pine, things that you smell during the holiday season. Maybe it's things that smell like Hanukkah cookies. It could be things that you put out for Kwanzaa, things that you cook for those holidays. This is different for me because it smells like a cold forest. It's got a minty, mentholated quality, but it's like you get the sparkling snow. You're in the forest at night, and I would venture to say that you do not know the forest you're in. It's a little creepy. It's a little mysterious at the very least. So, Nuit, Étoilée by Goutal. So those are 15 choices for scents that I think are great for spooky season. Haunting, but honestly, if you want to haunt others or to be remembered or to have an addictive quality, I think most of these would work all year round. I would love to hear from you. Do you have a favorite scent for spooky season? Do you have a scent that you feel like verges on mysterious, addictive, in a haunting way? And what makes it haunting for you? Have a great day. Talk soon. Bye.